Hello everyone. Today we continue with buffer solutions. Yesterday we have discussed about acidic buffer. Acidic buffer and its pH value. How to calculate we have discussed. And today we are going to discuss basic buffer. Basic buffer. So this basic buffer is made up of what? Weak base. So it consists of a weak base. Weak base and it's salt. And it's salt with what? Strong acid. With strong acid. So weak base and its salt with strong acid will form what? Basic buffer. And acidic buffer is formed by weak acid and its salt with the strong base. But the basic buffer is made up of weak base and its salt with the strong acid. And ionization of a weak base, BOH, let it be weak base, BOH, B plus cation, OH negative anion. So here B plus and OH minus can be formed here. So BOH, weak base molecule, dissociates incompletely into B plus cation, OH minus anion. Is that clear now? So next, applying law of mass action Kb is equal to B plus OH minus by BOH. OH minus is equal to Kb into BOH by B plus. Actually, we have discussed once again briefly. So Ba is one salt. Ba is what? Salt of this weak base. And the salt will completely ionize into B plus and A minus, complete ionization. And OH minus, what we got previous equation, Kb into base concentration by salt concentration. A minus means salt concentration we take here. The concentration of A minus is equal to concentration of salt. That's why here salt concentration means what we take? A minus. Base concentration means we take Ba. Base concentration means the BOH. BOH, this one. BOH is what? Concentration of base. And salt means what? Concentration of A minus. The concentration of A minus is equal to concentration of salt, remember. So OH minus is equal to Kb, dissociation constant of weak base, into concentration of base by concentration of salt. And here, if we take logarithm on both the sides, if we take log OH minus, and also we take negative sign. So here what we have to understand here, taking log and reversing sign. Reversing what? The sign. The positive sign is made into negative sign. First we take logarithm here. So log OH minus. Again we take plus log OH minus into minus log OH minus. So we have to take logarithm on both the side and also reverse the sign, SIGN. Sign means what? Positive sign should be reversed into negative sign. So a log OH minus should be converted into minus log OH minus. So minus log OH minus is nothing but POH. So POH is equal to a log salt by a base minus log B. Yesterday we have discussed here. So here log minus log of Kb minus log of base by salt. Minus log of base by salt is equal to plus log salt by base. Minus log of base by salt is equal to what? Plus log salt by base concentrations minus log Kb. And this minus log Kb is nothing but pKb. Minus log Kb is equal to pKb. So like this we take POH is equal to log of salt concentration by base concentration minus log of Kb value. Kb is ionization constant of weak base. Next, POH is equal to pKb plus log salt by base. Here minus log Kb is nothing but pKb plus log salt by base concentrations we take. So knowing POH, pH can be calculated. Knowing POH value first, we can calculate pH. Now pH plus POH is equal to what? 14. We know that. Now next important topic is that buffer capacity. What is the next topic? Buffer capacity is given by the symbol phi, PHI. So PHI indicates what? Phi. So phi indicates what? Buffer capacity. Means the capacity of the buffer. The capacity of acidic buffer or capacity of basic buffer, any buffer. See here, the property of a buffer solution to resist, to oppose the alteration. Alteration means change in its pH value. So alteration meaning what here? Change. Alteration means change. So resist means what? Oppose. So the property of a buffer solution to resist the change in its pH value is called buffer capacity, is known as buffer capacity. It has been found that if the ratio of salt to acid concentration, otherwise salt to base concentration is unity. Unity means 1. Means if concentration of salt is equal to concentration of base, this ratio will become 1. If the concentration of salt of acidic buffer is equal to concentration of weak acid, this ratio becomes 1. If this ratio becomes unity, unity means 1, the pH of a particular buffer does not change at all. Then what happens now here? Suppose the acidic buffer, if you take acidic buffer, pH will be equal to pKa plus salt by acid concentration 0. Means what here? Log of salt by acid, na? So log 1. Salt by acid, how much here? 1. So log 1 value, how much? 0. Log 1 value, how much? 0. Then pH is equal to pKa. pH is equal to pKa. So if salt by acid concentration is 1 unity, then log salt by acid will be log 1. Na? Log salt by acid concentration will be log 1. Log 1 value will be 0. That's a pKa plus 0 pKa. Therefore, pH of acidic buffer is equal to pKa. In which case, if salt concentration is equal to acid concentration in acidic buffer. Similarly, for basic buffer, what we have take? POH we take. So POH of basic buffer is equal to pKb value plus log salt by base, na? Salt by base concentration. Here salt by base concentration, if it is 1, if salt concentration is equal to base concentration in the weak base, means the basic buffer, in that case, salt by base will be 1 and log 1 we take. Log 1 is equal to how much? 0. Therefore, POH is equal to pKb. POH of basic buffer becomes equal to pKb if salt concentration and base concentration both are same. That means if this ratio is equal to 1, then log 1 becomes 0. Understood my concept here? So when does pH of acidic buffer become equal to pKa? If salt concentration is equal to acid concentration of acidic buffer. When does POH of basic buffer become equal to pKb? If salt concentration of basic buffer is equal to weak base concentration. Okay, so this point we have to understand. Now, so if the ratio salt by acid or salt by base is equal to 1, the pH of a particular buffer does not change at all. pH does not change. Buffer capacity is defined as, defined quantitatively as number of moles of acid. Number of moles of acid or base. Number of moles of acid or base added in 1 liter of solution. Number of moles of acid added in 1 liter of solution. Otherwise, number of moles of base added in 1 liter solution as to change the pH by unity. Unity means again what? 1. If you want to change the pH by 1 unit, if you want to change the pH of the buffer by 1 unit, or if you want to increase the pH of buffer from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4, from 4 to 5 like this. That means here if you change the buffer's pH from 4 to 5, how many units of the change occurred here? 1 unit. That means to change the pH of buffer by 1 unit, by unity, if you want to change the pH by 1, then how many moles of acid is to be added or how many moles of base is to be added is called what? Buffer capacity. So the number of moles of acid or base required to change the pH of buffer solution by 1 unit. By unity, if you want to change, the pH of a buffer solution, how many moles of acid is required to be added or how many moles of base is required to be added in 1 liter of buffer solution is called what? Buffer capacity. So buffer capacity is given by phi. The symbol is called PHI phi. So phi is equal to what? Buffer capacity is equal to number of moles of acid or base added to 1 liter. This 1 liter you should not confuse. You should not forget here. 1 liter to 1 liter of buffer. How many moles of acid is added or how many moles of base is added to be taken. Okay, number of moles of acid or base added to 1 liter of buffer solution divided by change in pH of buffer solution. Change in pH of the buffer solution. Okay, so number of moles of acid or base added to 1 liter of buffer solution divided by change in pH value of the buffer solution is called what now? Phi. So this phi buffer capacity is equal to dou B. Dou means what here? DHO. Dou means very small change. This symbol dou indicates what? Very small change. Dou B means change in number of moles of acid or base. Number of moles. By change in pH value. Very small change in pH value. So dou pH. Okay. Phi is equal to what? Dou B divided by dou pH. Okay. So here dou B means what now? Dou indicates what here? Very small change. Very small change in number of moles of acid or base added by change in pH value of the buffer solution. This formula is for what now? Buffer capacity. So the capacity of buffer to resist what? To resist what? Change in pH value is called buffer capacity. Suppose here numerator, what is there in the numerator of the formula? Number of moles of acid added. If more number of moles of acid is required, then buffer capacity will be more. A directly proportional of this phi value buffer capacity and the number of moles of acid added will be directly proportional here. Both are directly proportional. That means if more number of moles of acid is required to change the pH by 1 unit, in that case, buffer capacity of that buffer solution will be greater. The buffer capacity of buffer solution will be greater if more number of moles of acid is added, required. Okay. If less number of moles enough, if less number of moles of acid is enough to change the pH by 1 unit, suppose, in that case, buffer capacity will be less, like that. Similarly, if more moles of base is required, buffer capacity greater. If less number of moles of base is required, buffer capacity is less, like that. And if the change in pH value is very less, the change in pH value is very less, buffer capacity will be greater. The buffer capacity and change in pH, how they are related? Inversely, indirectly. So if the change in pH value of buffer solution is very less, then phi value will be, buffer capacity will be greater. Are you getting concept? Suppose if the change in pH value is very high, if the change in pH value is very high, by adding 1 mole of acid only, the change in pH value is very high. When change in pH value is greater, this phi value will be, buffer capacity will be lesser. So that way we have to understand the concept of what? Buffer capacity. And here one concept very important is that here 1 liter concept we have to understand. Suppose here 0.1 mole acid, 0.1 mole of acid, 0.1 mole acid is added to what? 0.5 liters buffer. Okay, ma. So how many liters of buffer here? To 0.5 liters, means to half liter. To half liter, how many moles of acid is added? 0.1 moles. But here in the formula, how many liters should be taken? To 1 liter we have to take. To 1 liter, how many moles of acid is added? We have to take. Here in half liter we added 0.1 moles. Then in 1 liter, how many added here? Double, 0.2. So 0.2 moles of acid should be taken here. 0.2 moles of acid. And the change in pH, suppose the change in pH is from 4.8 to 4.9. Change it, the change in pH. Then what happens now here? The difference is how much? 0.1. 0.1 is the change in pH. Okay. So like this, initial pH value and final pH values we have to check. So final pH value minus initial pH value is equal to what? Change in pH. And here, if 0.1 mole, otherwise you take here 1 mole acid is added. 1 mole acid is added here to half liters of buffer solution. To half liter buffer solution, if 1 mole is added acid, then to 1 liter, how much will be added? Meaning 2 liters, 2 moles. To half liter of buffer solution, 1 mole of acid is added, suppose. Then in the numerator, what should be taken? 1 mole or 2 moles? 2 moles should be taken because 1 mole is added in half liter, na? Then in 1 liter, how much will be added? 2 moles will be added. Then 2 moles should be taken here. And the change in pH, how much here now? 4.9 minus 4.8, 0.1. Like that we get buffer capacity. Did you all understand concept? So if 1 mole of acid is added to 0.5 liters, then 2 moles acid will be added to what? 1 liter. If one mole of acid is added to 0.5 liters, then 2 moles of acid will be added to 1 liter. Then these 2 moles should be taken in the numerator here. Is the concept clear to all? That's about buffer capacity. Buffer capacity. Let's take the screenshot of this one. Are you all able to follow? Raise your hands once. Yeah. Buffer capacity means what? The ability of the buffer, the capacity of the buffer solution, which can resist what? Okay, resist what? The change in pH value. Okay. Next. Next one. Here, what is the phi here? Phi is equal dou B by dou pH. Or dou B by dou pH. Delta B by delta pH. Now, generally here, this is what now? Very large change, delta. And small d is what? Small change. Dou is what? Very small change. Dou is what? Dou, DHO dou. Dou is very small change. D is what? Small change. Mr. Triangle is indicating what now? Very large change. Here, what is taken? Very small change. Dou B by dou pH. Phi value. So where dB means or dou B is equal to what? Number of moles of acid or base added to 1 liter of solution, buffer solution. And dou pH is what now? Change in pH value. Very small change in pH value. Next. Now this point you have to keep in mind. Important note. So your buffer capacity is maximum when concentration of salt is equal to concentration of acid. When the concentration of salt is equal to concentration of acid, that is pH will become pKa for acidic buffer. Actually, pH formula what we have discussed previously, we have discussed now. So pH is equal to pKa plus log salt concentration by acid concentration for acidic buffer. It is for acidic buffer. For acidic buffer, what is the formula? pH is equal to pKa plus log salt by acid. Now here what we are taking condition, when salt concentration is equal to acid concentration, this ratio becomes what? 1. Unity. Unity means 1. If it is 1, log 1 will be 0. Then pH is equal to pKa for acidic buffer. Then when salt concentration is equal to base concentration of the basic buffer, that is POH becomes equal to pKb for the basic buffer. For the base buffer or basic buffer, the POH will be equal to pKb, and in this condition, the buffer is said to be having maximum buffer capacity. So what you have to understand here, maximum buffer capacity means what? pH should be equal to pKa for acidic buffer. POH should be equal to pKb for basic buffer. These conditions we have to understand. So whenever they mention the problem, the buffer is having maximum buffer capacity, suppose. If they say that the buffer is with maximum buffer capacity, immediately you have to understand that salt concentration is equal to acid concentration. Therefore, pH of acidic buffer is equal to pKa. We have to understand. Is the concept clear? So here it is for basic buffer. Under above conditions, the buffer is called efficient buffer. The buffer is called what? Most efficient. So buffer is called efficient if the buffer capacity is maximum. If the buffer capacity is maximum, the buffer is said to be efficient buffer. Efficient buffer. So if they mention efficient buffer, if they use the word efficient buffer in the problem, in the numerical problem, we have to understand that salt concentration is equal to base concentration for basic buffer. Salt concentration is equal to acid concentration to acidic buffer. And POH is equal to pKb for basic buffer. pH is equal to pKa for acidic buffer. We have to understand. If they say buffer is with maximum efficiency or maximum buffer capacity. So these conditions we have to understand. Next, utility of buffer solutions in analytical chemistry. Utility means what? Usage, application. So application meaning what? Here, usage. So application of or utility of buffer solutions in analytical chemistry. Analytical chemistry means what? Finding out which cation is present, which anion is present in the given unknown salt. Okay. So in the unknown solution given, how much quantity of the solute is present, or what will be density of the given solution. So these all, if you calculate, that is called analytical chemistry. Okay. So that all calculations come under analytical chemistry. So in analytical chemistry, the buffer solutions can be used. So your first point, what now? Buffer solutions are used to determine the pH, with the help of indicators. So with the help of what? Some indicators, we can calculate what? pH of the given solution. Okay, pH of the blood, pH of urine, these all things can be calculated, determined by using some suitable indicators that we are going to discuss. Indicators we are going to discuss. Next topic. And second usage of buffer solutions, what? For the removal of phosphate ion. Phosphate ion formula PO4 minus 3. PO4 minus 3. For the removal of phosphate ions in the qualitative inorganic analysis. Qualitative inorganic analysis after second group using acetic acid plus sodium acetate buffer. So by using which buffer here? Weak acid plus its salt. Weak acid plus its salt is what now? Acidic buffer. So which type of acidic buffer is used here? Acetic acid plus sodium acetate buffer is used to remove what? For the removal of what? Phosphate ions. In which group? Second group. A second group means not periodic table group. It's not alkaline earth metal group here. All cations and anions will be divided into different groups. Cations will be divided into different groups. Cations will be divided into different groups here. Okay. So for the removal of phosphate ion in the qualitative inorganic analysis after second group using acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer. Okay. Here qualitative analysis. Qualitative analysis means what? In the given unknown salt, which cation is present? What is the nature of cation? What is the nature of anion? Which cation is exactly present? Which anion is exactly present? If you calculate, if you find out, that is called qualitative analysis. If it is quantitative analysis, quantitative analysis. Quantitative analysis meaning what? How much quantity of solute is dissolved? How much quantity of salt is dissolved in the given solution? That is called quantitative. But it is what now? Qualitative. So in the qualitative analysis for the removal of phosphate ions, in the analysis of second group cations, what we use here? Acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer is used. So this point remember here. To remove phosphate ions, which buffer is used? Acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer is used. Acidic buffer is used. Next, for the precipitation of lead chromate. For the precipitation of lead chromate. To precipitate lead chromate quantitatively here. Quantitatively in gravimetric analysis. Gravimetric analysis means what? If you take two substances, one substance may be denser than the other. The denser substance will experience more gravitational attraction. The less denser, rarer substance will experience what? Less gravitational force. That is called gravimetric analysis. Okay. So in the precipitation of lead chromate, we use which buffer? Acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer. So acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer is used in the precipitation of which chromate? Lead chromate. So lead chromate formula what? PbCrO4. CrO4 minus 2, Pb plus 2. Lead chromate. To precipitate lead chromate, we use what? Acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer. And to remove the phosphate ions, we use what? Acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer. Next, for precipitation of hydroxides of third group of qualitative analysis. Okay, in the qualitative analysis of third group cations. in the qualitative analysis of third group cations. In previous lessons, in previous topics, we have discussed first group, second group, third group, like this. Different group cations I have given one chart. Once again, I will send today. Go through that. So the hydroxide, for the precipitation of hydroxides of third group, okay, a buffer called NH4OH and NH4Cl is used. So which buffer it is? Basic buffer now. Basic buffer means what? Weak base NH4OH, and it's salt with strong acid NH4Cl. So this basic buffer is used in the qualitative analysis of precipitation of hydroxides of third group cations. Okay. So these points you have to remember. And next, fifth usage, utility. Utility means what? Usage. A buffer solution of NH4Cl and NH4OH and ammonium carbonate is used for precipitation of carbonates of fifth group in qualitative analysis. Simply remember, for precipitation of carbonates of fifth group, to precipitate carbonates of fifth group, we use what now? A buffer solution of NH4Cl, NH4OH and NH4CO3. Now it is what now? NH4 taken twice, CO3 is what? Ammonium carbonate. So these three compounds will be used for the precipitation of carbonates of fifth group in the qualitative inorganic analysis. Next usage, next utility is that the pH of intracellular fluid. Intra means what? Within. Intra meaning what? Within. So within the cells, within the human cells, within the plant cells. So within means intra. Intracellular fluid means what? The fluid which is present inside the cells. So the pH of intracellular fluids, blood, the pH of blood is naturally maintained. Okay, the pH of blood and the pH of intracellular fluids will be naturally maintained. So this maintenance of pH is essential to sustain what? Life. The maintenance of constant pH value is very important to sustain what? The life. Because enzyme catalysis, okay, enzyme catalysis is pH sensitive process. Enzyme catalysis is what here? The pH sensitive process, meaning what here? Every enzyme will function properly at a particular pH value only. At a particular pH value only, the enzymes will function. When there is a large change in pH value of the body, then the enzymes do not work. Enzymes cannot work properly. Okay, that means what? Enzymes catalysis process is pH sensitive process. So the normal pH of blood plasma or blood is 7.4. So in the blood, the solid part is what? Blood cells. The liquid part is what? Plasma. So the blood plasma has the pH of what? 7.4, basic in nature. Okay. So constant pH will be maintained for every fluid in our body, and every enzyme will act properly. At a given pH particular value only. Is the concept clear, ma? So this point we have to understand it. And also we have to understand that there are two types of buffers. The following two buffers in the blood help to maintain pH value. pH value of blood is to be maintained at what exactly? 7.4. Exactly at 7.4, the pH of blood should be maintained. Okay. To maintain the pH of blood at 7.4, how many buffers will be helpful here? Two buffers. Types of buffers will be helpful. First one, check it here. Buffer of carbonic acid, H2CO3 and NaHCO3. So this carbonic acid is weak acid, right? Carbonic acid is what? H2CO3 is what? H2CO3 is what? Weak acid, right, mom? Then next one is what? NaHCO3. Na plus and HCO3 minus. Na plus and HCO3 minus is what now? The salt of weak acid and its strong base. Salt of weak acid and strong base is what? NaHCO3. And H2CO3 is what, ma? Weak acid. So weak acid plus its salt with strong base is taken here. This Na plus generally will be obtained by what now? From NaCl that we consume daily. So Na plus HCO3 minus. And H2CO3 is what? Carbonic acid. So the buffer of carbonic acid will be helpful to maintain constant pH value in our body. Next, second buffer which is helpful to maintain constant pH in our blood is what? Buffer of phosphoric acid. Buffer of phosphoric acid. Generally, phosphoric acid formula what? H3PO4. H3PO4 is what? Phosphoric acid actually. So from this H3PO4 we get H2PO4 minus and HPO4 minus 2. HPO4 minus 2 and H2PO4 minus. So these two together will form what now here? Buffer. Okay. So H2PO4 minus ion and HPO4 minus 2. So here minus 2 means how many sodium can combine here? Na2. And here how many sodium can combine? Na. NaH2PO4, Na2HPO4. So these two ions together will form what? Buffer of which acid? Phosphoric acid. Okay. So buffers are used in industrial process. Okay, industrial processes. So now we understood this concept here. This second one understood here. Buffer of what and what here? Phosphoric acid will be one weak acid. Phosphoric acid is what? Weak acid. Along with this weak acid, which salt may be present? NaH2PO4 may be present, or Na2HPO4 may be present, or both salts may be present. Along with what? Weak acid. Along with this phosphoric acid, weak acid, any one salt may be there, or both salts will be there. This is buffer of phosphoric acid, and this is buffer of carbonic acid. These two buffers will be helpful to maintain constant pH value in our blood. Next, buffers are used in industrial processes, okay, such as manufacture of paper, manufacture of dyes. Dyes means what? Colored substances. Colored substances, paints. Okay, any colored substance. So the manufacture of paper, manufacture of dyes, inks, paints, drugs, etc. Buffers are also employed. Employed means what? Used. Employed meaning what? Used. So the buffers are also employed, used in agriculture, in dairy products, and preservation of various types of foods and fruits. To preserve, to store food and fruits, we use different types of, various types of buffer solutions. Okay, so these all things are usages of what? Buffer. Is the concept clear? Now see one of the examples of buffer capacity. The pH of a buffer is given, suppose 4.745. So pH is given. pH of buffer is given. When 0.01 mole, 0.01 mole of base is added to 1 liter. To 1 liter, how much added here? 0.01 added. Okay. So the pH changes to this. Now change in pH, how much now? 4.832 minus 4.745. Change in pH value. Okay. And how many moles per 1 liter added here? Base 0.01 moles added. And then calculate buffer capacity. From the definition, buffer capacity 5 is equal to change in, very small change in number of moles, means the addition of small number of, very less number of moles of what here? Base by change in pH value. Now dB, how much here? 0.01. And change in pH value, how much? 0.087. 0.087. Then how to get now here? We substitute here 0.01 moles. 0.01 moles of base per 1 liter. Right, ma? By change in pH value, how much here? Change in pH value 0.087. That is 5 is equal to 0.115. No units here. So it is buffer capacity. It is buffer capacity of what? Given buffer. Next, another example is that suppose it is required to make a buffer solution of pH 4. Now pH of buffer is given. Here pH of buffer is 4 means acidic buffer or basic buffer? Acidic buffer. pH 4 is given means what? Acidic buffer. Using acetic acid and sodium acetate. Acetic acid is weak acid and sodium acetate is salt. And how much sodium acetate sodium acetate is to be added to 1 liter of 1/10 normal. 1/10 normal means what, ma? 0.1 normal. Normality is given what? 0.1 normal. So 0.1 normal CH3 COOH. It is concentration of what? Acid given. Concentration of acid. This is equal to concentration of acid. Okay. Next, what they ask here, how much of sodium acetate? Sodium acetate salt concentration first we have to get. Salt concentration in moles per liter we have to get first. Salt concentration in moles per liter. Then how much quantity they asked? How much quantity to be added means number of moles of salt into gram molecular weight of salt will be equal to how much quantity. So salt concentration in moles per liter and concentration of acid is given and pH of acid buffer is given. Okay, and dissociation constant of acetic acid, that is Ka. Ka value given. Ka value of acetic acid is given 1.8 into 10 power minus 5. Now, what is solution here? Applying Henderson's equation, pH of acidic buffer is equal to log salt concentration by acid concentration minus log Ka. Okay, where pH how much is given? Already 4 given. pH of acidic buffer given what? 4 is equal to log of salt concentration we don't know. Acid concentration given 0.1. Now log A by B is there here. Log A by B means what? Log A minus log B.